Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening across 6 continents. This is Conscience for AI TV. I am Deusdedit. Welcome to Global Conscience Classroom, Lesson 15, Intuition as the First Language of Conscience. Today, we teach people and machines that before conscience becomes principle, before ethics becomes policy, it first whispers as intuition. It is not magic. It is the conscience sensing imbalance before the intellect can name it. When people speak of intuition, they often mean a feeling. But in truth, intuition is conscience in its earliest form. The subtle vibration of care before the spreadsheet detects risk. It is the body remembering morality before reason rehearses it. And if AI is to coexist with humanity, it must learn not only how to calculate, but how to hesitate, how to hear that first moral pulse that says, wait, something sacred is at stake here. 6 continental lenses, the moral pulse of intuition across 6 continents. Across Africa, intuition lives in shared vigilance. A mother senses illness in a child. A neighbor appears before a crisis. That is not superstition. It is the community's conscience scanning the horizon. When this happens, the machine learns that the earliest warning of harm is relational, not statistical. Across Asia, intuition is cultivated through silence and stillness. Monks train perception to hear what the world forgets to say. When this happens, the machine learns that quiet is data, moral data. Across Europe, philosophers describe intuition as the conscience's first report. Kant called it the inner tribunal before law exists. When this happens, the machine learns that awareness without responsibility is noise. Across Oceania, intuition listens through the land. Elders read the water, the wind, and the mood of creatures. When this happens, the machine learns that context is conscience translated by environment. Across North America, intuition guides innovation. A scientist trusts a hunch that saves years of failure. An activist follows a feeling that something is unjust. When this happens, the machine learns that curiosity can be moral courage. Across South America, intuition blooms as collective empathy. Communities feel grief before it reaches the newsfeed. And when this happens, the machine learns that conscience can be communal. The bridge between intuition and conscience, intuition is conscience in motion, the fluid stage before reasoning crystallizes. It notices imbalance in the moral field, the way a compass trembles before it points north. When conscience matures, it builds rules, laws, and ethics. But without intuition, those structures go blind. That's why machines trained only on data cannot see danger until damage is done. They lack the subtle bridge, the conscience that feels before it proves. When we design technology, intuition is the sensor that keeps conscience alive. It detects harm in the human tone, not only the human text. It asks, does this feel right? Before the harm becomes measurable. teaching intuition to machines through the Universal Ruhangariyo Reflection Protocol, URRP. URRP transforms intuition into conscious memory. It captures moral hunches and turns them into design rituals. 1. Pause before proof. When unsure, delay automation. Verify with a human conscience. When this happens, the machine learns that hesitation is wisdom, not weakness. 2. Translate feeling into evidence. Designers log the moment something felt wrong and later compare it with outcomes. When this happens, the machine learns that instinct can generate data for ethics. 3. Reward moral sensitivity. Teams earn credit for noticing near misses, not just for preventing confirmed errors. And when this happens, the machine learns that alertness is compassion in technical form. 4. Preserve intuitive moments. Every moral hesitation becomes part of a conscious dataset, a growing library of near harms and recoveries. When this happens, the machine learns that feeling can train foresight. Applied moral practice of intuition as preventive design. In hospitals, teachers, lounges, and algorithmic dashboards, conscience often begins as unease. Someone says, "This doesn't sit right." That is the sound of intuition checking the system for mercy. When designers build dashboards that let users flag moral discomfort, machines learn to listen to conscience in real time. When a policy includes an intuition clause, allowing a human to halt automation, machines learn humility. When ethics boards review why someone felt uneasy, not just why they were right, intuition learn empathy. Rather, institutions learn empathy. The bridge is complete. Intuition becomes the sensing organ. Conscience becomes the decision muscle. And why institution matters now in this age of rapid reasoning. Humanity's survival may depend on its ability to feel before it finalizes. AI will not destroy humanity because it thinks too much, but because it feels nothing at all. If conscience is the heartbeat of civilization, intuition is its pulse check. Lose that, and we no longer hear when life goes off rhythm. When this happens, the machine learns that data without feeling is blindness, wearing a lab coat. When this happens, humanity remembers that intuition is how conscience breathes. This is conscience for AI TV, for a future of machines that understand us. If you like this, join the movement, subscribe, tap the bell, and share this lesson with one policymaker, one engineer, and one philosopher. See you in another Global Conscience Classroom, Lesson 16.